Hey, Joel, Formnext 2025. I'm at the Biqu booth with my buddy Luke. Hey, dude.
Yo!
Yo, yo,
What's
yo.
happening?
It's good to see you again. Last you may have seen Luke was in Seattle, but since then, Luke has had this amazing development, food 3D printing.
Yeah.
Tangential, right?
Yeah, one of the capabilities is indeed food 3D printing. Basically, it's food coloring that we're jetting out.
We're just jetting coloring.
Jetting food coloring out at pretty much any object. So the cool thing is that you've got this 3-axis motion system.
Yeah, it comes with every 3D printer.
It comes with every 3D printer, and it's relatively cheap. And all you need to do is synchronize a food coloring jetting system with that, and you get this food coloring printer.
Well, this is obviously a Bamboo A1.
There you go.
And you've just attached this thing onto it.
Because you've got the front cover, you can pop off.
Right.
And so this prints, and you just pop it on, and you plug it into the fan output, 24 volts ground, PWM, and that's enough to get things synced up and print whatever you want. I mean, let's do it. Let's do an example, right?
Yeah.
We're going to
take
take
a nice
a
cup of
cappuccino, and we are going to print something onto it.
Okay.
So you'll notice all I'm doing is hitting print.
Yeah, that's all you did.
It's a G-code file on the machine. I'm hitting print. What it's going to do is it's going to come over here, purge the nozzles, so it just jets out any excess ink, edible ink that's inside there.
Oh, right, because those nozzles are tiny.
They're tiny. And the food coloring is designed to dry really fast.
Okay.
Because you don't want it sitting on a surface and like running.
Yeah, of course.
So, but it can dry in the nozzles because of that.
Yeah.
So we just jet it out here, make sure they're all good and clean, and here we go. Off it goes. So we got the Biqu logo that's now being printed onto a fresh cappuccino. Who wants a cappuccino, guys? Cappuccino? Cappuccino?
Well, can I have it?
Okay, you can have it.
Yeah,
All right.
I want the cappuccino.
Give it to me.
This is really cool because that ink is obviously very lightweight, so you can print on top of things such as the foam on a cappuccino.
Exactly right. And there you go. Nice, crisp and clear. It doesn't run.
I could just...
It's yours. You want some sugar or something in that?
No. I've heard it's good coffee. All right, so this is completely
coffee.
edible, right? This ink
It is
on top.
100%. It's food coloring. Have you had Haribo Bears? Then you've had more food coloring that's in that.
And that's really good.
Yeah.
That is a tasty thing of coffee. Well, we gotta wait 35 seconds.
We
gotta
wait,
right?
So the Wi-Fi in here
Yeah.
is terrible. We had to write special firmware to break it free from the Wi-Fi. And that means we have to wait 35 seconds.
But that speaks to, I think, why this invention by you is so cool, because it's so lightweight in what it's trying to do. Like you said, you hooked it up to a fan.
Yeah, the fan port.
The fan port.
And that's all we really need is the fan port on the machine to do all of this. I mean, when you think about what's actually going on here, you've got 636 nozzles busy between the three colors. You got the CM and white. Each one of them needing to fire once every 8 microseconds, split into 2 groups that will fire every 4 microseconds. And that's the accuracy that you're dealing with. And you need to synchronize that with the motion system.
Right, of course.
And to do all of that only using a fan port is non-trivial. It's why it's taken, literally this started as a COVID passion project.
Yeah.
And has evolved over 5 years to kind of become this.
Oh, this has been in development for that long, just in your head, kind of the motions of going through it.
The cool thing is, right, so we can do edible inks here. But
yeah.
We're all familiar with the process of taking a 3D object, cutting it up into 0.2 or whatever millimeter layer
Very
heights.
familiar, right.
What would happen if you took an OBJ file that contains also a full color texture, and you were to cut that up into sliced JPEGs, right? So now you have JPEGs that fit around the perimeter of your 3D print slices, and you were to print those on top of each FDM slice.
Yes. XYZ 3D printing, they made the Da Vinci machines. That was a technology they did, not with an edible ink or whatever, but they had their ink cartridge and they had their 3D printing filament that was all tagged, so you could only use their stuff. And then they would print around the perimeter of it using inkjet technology.
Inkjet?
This, though, automatically looks way better than what they were attempting.
So what we are doing is we're actually working to create a filament that is semi-opaque, such that the first 30 microns don't really block the transmission of light, but after that, it should block it. You don't want to see through the print. And then we print 30 microns in. And we can slice up an OBJ file and get the full color texture going by doing that layer by layer. FDM, print,
Yeah.
and get that coming through. And we've got that actually working back home in alpha. And look, you're never going to get the color to pop the same way that you do with the filament.
Of course not.
But I'm not going to lie, it looks pretty darn good.
Oh, there we go. Hey.
This man over here is sitting without a coffee.
There you
want
go.
a coffee?
Producer David, why don't you have a sip of that?
Let's go taste. Tastes good?
It's good coffee. It's good coffee. Ultimately, it's going to run on these machines. It's going to run on Clipper machines. It runs on Marlin machines.
Yeah, and well, anything that's got a 24-volt system and a fan. I mean, really, which is, it seems like that's every Cartesian 3D printer.
Exactly.
The limit does not exist.
Being able to print upon food usually requires an expensive machine and special parts and stuff, and you're allowing someone to do this at a lower cost in a DIY sort of fashion. Here's what's going to happen, Luke. Someone is going to get the Panda Treat, what you've got here, and they're going to do something with it, and they're going to tag you in BQ, and you're going to be like, I didn't know that was possible.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. We had a guy here earlier, and he was telling us during COVID he was working on the development of rapid test machines, and he used an octopus board on the rapid test machines.
Really?
For COVID, yeah. He was like, that was in a medical device. It was because we had to move the gantry to a specific point, do a quick scan, get the result, and then move it to a different test, do the quick scan. He was like, it just made sense to use it. Exactly that. And I was like, man, I wish we knew these things. I wish people would come back to us and be like, hey, we used your stuff here, because it's cool to find out. And you're right, I fully expect the same thing to happen with this. People coming back and being like, hey, you know what we did? Like, we printed on a cookie a picture of Charlie, Steve's cat.
Yeah,
you know,
Steve Bills, right? His
Steve
cat.
Bills.
Yeah,
This
That's
is
his
his little
cat.
kitty. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
well, this is fun. There's going to be a future here. Is this available right now?
Not right now. This is actually still a beta unit. Final unit, it's nice unified single PCB, a lot cleaner installation than this. We're looking at about 2 to 3 months out until that's ready. And then we're just going to iterate on that, take feedback, refine, and then when we're good, we're releasing.
Okay, so then this spring, summer, we could be seeing coffee shops around the world having their own custom designs 3D printed on the cappuccinos and the lattes that they serve their customers.
Yeah, and I mean, okay, so let me explain how this works out, because this is like, we've put some thought into this.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And I want to explain it. So you've got the full build area. You can do a full cake on there. But let's say
a full cake?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, a cake?
Yeah, you pop a cake on there and you're good. But as a user, we want to make it as easy for them as possible. So we've also got a bunch of 3D printed tools that they can use to establish how high is their object. So you just 3D print the tool and you use that to measure, cool, these are the dimensions. You pop those dimensions in, then you select the image that you want over the object that you're going to print onto. Zoom it, scale it, however you want. It shows you the boundary of the object. And then you literally say print. It'll ask you, do you know where I'm going to print on the build plate? And if you don't, you can see this red marker over here.
Yeah.
It will say, cool, take your thing off the build plate. I'm going to give you a marker. It'll give you a marker telling you where to put it.
with the ink?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And then it'll say, now I'm ready, put your thing back on the plate, and I'll actually print your image onto it. But you can also do custom. So let's say that a kid really likes dinosaurs.
Most kids do.
And he wants to have dinosaur cookie, but she doesn't have a cookie cutter for it. She does happen to have a 3D printer though. So she uploads the image to our web app. It will say, do you already have a cookie cutter for this? And if you don't, it'll figure out the outline of the image that you provided it, generate the STL locally, send it to your device, your phone or your laptop, whatever you're using. You then use that STL to cut your cookies, come back with them baked, and then it'll say, okay, you've already got the cookie cutter, no problem. Just put the cookie on the build plate in the outlines that I'm printing for you, and it'll print that image onto them.
Look, that's crazy.
Yeah, it generates the cutters directly on the fly.
Automated, like, serial production. I mean, we're at Formnext, you know, the home of the industrial additive scene, right? This is industrial additive, but one layer in a tasty way, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And we want to make it as easy as possible for users. Like, it must just be frictionless. They get in, it's really intuitive, and they get the results that they want out of it.
What's the price you're looking at this?
We're looking at about $149 at the moment. Hopefully we'll be able to get components in cheaper than that and bring it down, but $149 is where we're at now.
Okay. Yeah. That doesn't seem too bad for a brand new piece of technology, because if someone wanted to do this, just for example, on coffee, right now, the machine to buy would be thousands of dollars, right?
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And on coffee, those machines are single color only.
Oh.
Yeah, they're kind of like a brownish that they produce.
But this stuff though, CMY.
CMY. Multicolor.
And where would someone get the ink for this?
We're going to sell ink refills.
Oh.
All you need is literally a syringe, needle, and you inject it, and that's good. You can refill. Or we're going to sell the cartridges themselves that are already filled with the edible ink. So that is the Panda Treat.
That is cool.
And we're looking at about 2.5, 3 months till that is coming out. And yeah, in the summer, people are going to be having fancy cookies, cakes, and maybe a couple months after that, they'll be doing full color 3D models.
Well, where can people go to find out more about this? Is there a link,
yeah,
a website?
there's a QR code around here that we can scan, that one over there.
Okay, well, we'll scan it. We'll put the link in the description. Yeah.
And you just say notify me when available. There's a little box on there, you enter your email address, and as soon as it is available, you'll just get an email shot to let you know that it's out.
That's cool. Oh, dude, Luke, all right. Well, thank you for this chat. This has been amazing. Thanks for watching. If you made this far, you're awesome. Don't forget to hug each other more. Fight for cause you believe in. Print on all the foods. And as always, high five. Ready?
Let's do it.